This morning, as you may be able to see, I've got a meeting in London unexpectedly, so I'm in the Dolby offices in Soho, and then my colleagues and partners are in our Hemel Hempstead office. We've got Lee from Jabra, Kieran from CODE Software, and Holly, who's from Chorus. So what we're going to do this morning is, as advertised on the emails, we're going to just run through the offerings from Jabra and CODE, and I'm going to give a very short overview of Chorus for those of you that don't know us. We will try to keep things to a minimum, so we'll hopefully be done by about 10:30, which gives you some time for questions, and then you can get back to work, because we know that time is important to you. Talking of questions, there's a chat box within the app, so if you hover over the screen, you'll see that you're able to chat, so you can either ask questions through there, or just feel free to come off mute whenever you like and just ask a question. We've got a fairly small audience this morning. And also this session is being recorded, so if you do want to see it afterwards, or you want to show it to your colleagues, then we can provide that, and we would. So just a little bit of background then to why we're doing this webinar this morning. We are going through an awful lot of migrations to either Skype for Business or Teams, and in that, I think what we're seeing is a huge amount of demand for headsets as opposed to handsets. The world seems to have moved on, and we do seem now to be happy using headsets, and we probably weren't 5 or 10 years ago, because we felt like call center agents, but as I say, we all seem to be quite happy with that now. And so, there's obviously a big demand for it, and it's really important that you get a good quality headset and that you know what's going on with it and that you can upgrade it. So, obviously the guys from Jabra are going to be talking about their history, their kind of innovation, and where they fit in the unified comms ecosystem. And then Kieran from CODE is going to be talking about how we report and do analytics on those headsets, so that you can understand if you have performance issues where they are, and also to do firmware upgrades on those headsets as well. So the first thing is for me just to give you a very quick overview on Chorus. We have been in business for 12 years. We've been growing at about 20%, nice and steadily, not too slowly, not too quickly. And our predominant proposition really is about service. You can buy the products and services that we offer from about 1,000 different companies in this country. So the only thing that really differentiates us away from those companies is us, the people, and the service that we provide, which I can go into in a little bit more depth in a moment. In terms of what we do, I always say it's from the outlet in the room all the way through to the comms room, including the LAN and the Wi-Fi and the firewalling and some aspects of security, out to the internet or MPLS or SIP connections into the rest of the world. And then, so that's the kind of the infrastructure side of the business. And then you don't put in infrastructure just for fun. Obviously, you put it in order to deliver applications and services, and so on top of that infrastructure is approaching what we're going to be talking about today, is the unified comms, the conferencing, contact centers, etc., etc., etc. And as a part of that, then obviously we can be talking about headsets and analytics in general, and the CODE software performed analytics for our Skype for Businesses instances, across the board as well as within headsets. So that's kind of what we do in terms of the vendors that we represent in those areas. I'm not going to go through them all, but you can see them there, from cabling with Excel all the way through the LAN, unified comms, etc. Our two predominant vendors for unified comms are Mitel and Microsoft, with Skype for Business and Teams. As I said, we're seeing a huge amount of uptake for Teams at the moment, either from customers that are migrating from Skype for Business on-premise or online to Teams, or in quite a lot of cases, because I think Teams has moved on, a lot of demand from customers that are now moving from a traditional PBX and skipping the step going to Skype and just going straight to Teams. And the solutions around those are now quite mature. I won't go in to that in any more depth, but we can talk about that to you if you like at a later time. And so, sorry,
just a quick point, sorry.
Yes.
Have you ever come across the 8x8 solution by any chance?
Yes, absolutely. We come across it all day long.
Okay, all right, cool. Okay, no, that's fine. That's what we're implementing now for our contact centres here. So
Okay,
no, that's fine. Yeah.
Cool. There are other areas to this presentation, but I want to keep things kind of quite tight. So just lastly then, the area around service that we believe differentiates us from our competition, and we think the reason that people do business with us is because we take ownership. As individuals, we're very accountable. We understand that our customers want us to be responsive, both in terms from a service point of view, but also from an account management and marketing point of view. In general, we're not very officious, so we like to be useful. We like to help where perhaps we're outside of the contract FLA or what's included in the contract, but if we can help them, then we do, and we discuss the contract later. We have a very high level of loyalty with our customers, and so therefore we don't feel the need to put in onerous cancellation clauses within our contracts, and that means that our customers can leave whenever they like. In our view, that if we're not doing a good job, then we really shouldn't be holding our customers to. Our customers don't leave if we do a good job. And then, we hope that we're just easy to do business with, really. We hope we are useful, and that, it's just an easy relationship. So, on that note, I'm going to pass across to Lee, from Jabra. First, who's going to talk about, as I say, their history, their innovation, and where they fit into the unified comms ecosystem. So if you'd like to take control of the presentation, there you go. Put that in presentation mode. And then crack on.
Okay. So thanks for the introduction there, Paul. Really appreciate it. And good morning, everybody. And thank you for investing some of your valuable time in attending this webinar. During the course of this session, we'll explain the new and exciting strategic partnership between Jabra and CODE Software, and how that will support the adoption and the management of your unified communications platform. So before I hand over to Kieran for a demo and to provide a demonstration of the new CODE Software Clobber DM platform, I'd like to take a few minutes of your time to help familiarise you with the Jabra brand if you're not already aware of us. So as you can see from this slide, Jabra is a global audio solutions provider that was established way back in 1869. We created the first telegraph connection between China and the rest of the world, and have always been at the forefront of innovation and technology. So try for the next slide, there we go. So Jabra believes in transforming people's lives through the power of sound by engineering best-in-class audio and video solutions. Our heritage of innovation and development started with our inception and continues to this day. We constantly push the boundaries of what is possible, whether that is at work with the world's first professional active noise cancellation headphones with the Evolve 75, or away from the office with the world's first wireless sports headphones with an integrated in-ear heart rate monitor. This innovation has continued with the launch of our first true digital headset in the Engage 50, and our soon-to-be launched video conferencing camera that delivers a 180-degree field of view. So we at GN have a unique opportunity to position ourselves strongly. As you can see in this image, it visualises the core story of the GN Group, as we are the only company with intelligent audio expertise across consumer, professional, and medical-grade solutions, all gathered under one roof. This unique combination of competencies in GN has already led to a number of breakthrough products in the various markets we operate in, and is a unique combination that we will utilise even more going forward throughout our functions, including R&D, as well as marketing and branding. While others are scratching at the surface of how ear-worn technology might evolve, and some are trying to partner up to understand the full picture, we at GN already have all we need under one roof. At Jabra, we have a unique expertise in professional sound that we use to help businesses, large and small, reach their full potential and keep one step ahead of the competition by driving productivity. We also have expertise in consumer sound, where every day, everywhere, we inspire athletes, old and young, to push past their personal best, with voice coaches and heart rate monitors as their running companions. We set people free from wires, giving them the freedom to make calls and listen to music without compromise. And we have a deep medical and audiological knowledge in our hearing aid business. Our sister brand, ReSound, focuses on medical sound. They bring people with profound hearing loss closer to the things they love with the most natural and personalised hearing experience, designing integrated apps so they can use their smart hearing aids as wireless stereo headphones. Having all of these unique skill sets under the same roof is a huge advantage that we leverage to its full extent. Our current competencies in our business show how we are already now transforming lives through the power of sound. So moving on to unified communications. With 90% of the IT leaders moving to cloud-based communications platforms by 2021, the UC market is predicted to continue to grow at an exceptional rate. By joining us today, I believe that many of you are already on this journey or have already deployed your unified communications platform of choice. With the move to unified communications, organisations are highly optimistic about owning a rapid return on their investment. Nearly 80% of companies who have implemented UC expect a positive return on investment in less than 2 years, with 48% expecting a positive return within the first year. 60% of IT decision makers believe that using the right headset plays a major role in a successful UC deployment. However, from our research, 61% of the headsets used in a professional setting are non-professional devices. As you can see from this slide, Jabra has a range of professional audio devices designed for different use cases or personas. Continuing on the theme of personas, as you can see from this slide deck, we have a broad range of products to support the various different working styles of employees that we find in the office and on the go. Many people refer to the headset as being the last 3 feet in the solution. And from an IT perspective, this is correct, as when you are viewing the infrastructure from either the server room or cloud service provider outwards. However, from an end user perspective, the headset is a very personal choice and is in fact the first 3 feet of the solution, and sometimes it even becomes part of their daily work attire. Jabra has years of experience in supporting customer profiles for their customers to ensure they receive the right audio device to support their working style. To further illustrate the range and breadth of products available within the Jabra portfolio, you can see that we have a range of professional and consumer devices that support audio communications in a variety of use cases. And here we have some key customer motivations for moving to a UC platform, and some of the considerations IT leaders have to make as part of their business case. In addition to these considerations, once the deployment is underway or completed, we believe there are 5 key challenges for IT managers to drive user adoption and trouble end user issues. These challenges include: number 1, how will the IT department monitor UC endpoint devices? Number 2, how will the IT department effectively deploy firmware upgrades? 3, troubleshooting UC audio quality issues. 4, potentially losing control of the UC endpoint devices in lifecycle. And finally, number 5, supporting end users with microphone and speaker issues. So, driven by joint customer demand, Jabra and CODE Software have worked together to integrate device diagnostics into the Clobber DM dashboard. By including this additional functionality into a single pane of glass and into a platform that you are already familiar with, you can significantly speed up end-user troubleshooting from hours to minutes. The Clobber DM platform will enable you to review your Jabra headset estate performance within the system, push firmware updates to your Jabra headsets via the system centrally from IT, and also control the settings for your headsets. I would now like to hand you over to Kieran, who will provide a demonstration of the functionality in the new CODE DM platform.
Before you do that, Kieran, is there any questions about either Jabra specifically or anything that Lee said there around about headsets in general? I'll take that as a no then. If there is anything, just whack it in the chat box or ask at the end. Kieran, crack on.
Thanks very much. Thank you very much, Lee. So following on from that, CODE DM or CODE Device Manager is a part of our new suite of solutions, which we've called CODE, and this incorporates the CDR call detail record reporting and analytics, which we enhance with real-time CODE RT and CODE RM, which is our DDI range management tool, and we've got the voice recorder as well, CODE VR. But the focus today is very much on the device manager, CODE DM. So I will just change screen and take you into a demo of the solution there. So loading on your screen now. As Lee was explaining, it's all about the experience with headsets. So what we've tried to do is give insight to IT managers as to how people are using their different Jabra devices, and whether there are ways that their experience could be enhanced in some way. One of those is to make sure that they're on the latest firmware. So you can see on the dashboard here that we have most headsets, most devices are up to date, but there are some which need to be brought up to the latest firmware. And you can just click on there, and that will take you through to the devices which aren't on the current version, and you can upgrade them from there. On this chart, we see all the different devices that you have, so it gives you insight into your estate in terms of Jabra devices. And again, you can click through on that to get more information. And then down here, we're augmenting that Jabra information with device and quality information from your UC platform. So by cross-referencing that information, we can then go look at the device and go and understand whether there is a value of or an issue with call quality on those particular most particular devices. If we look at this one, we've got 80% negative, really poor quality calls, and this is on the Evolve 20. Not a bad headset, but certainly not one of the higher range ones. So it may be that it's all horses for courses in these things. So this might just be the wrong headset for that environment. And then similarly with the next one, this Speak 710. So this is a speakerphone. Probably again, it's more to do with the environment than the device itself. So it's a good way to understand that and maybe change that particular environment.
It says resume share. Sorry, one second. No, things aren't changing on the screen.
That's it. Okay. Sorry, can everybody see the screen clearly? I think we.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah.
There. Okay.
We didn't see what you were hovering over earlier on. I don't think, Kieran. I think you were hovering over.
Okay. Apologies for that. So if we hover over the low quality devices bar here, we've got 80% poor quality calls on this. As I was saying, it might be a headset issue, but it's more likely to be an environment issue. It's the wrong headset for that particular environment. So therefore, it would be more prudent to go for the Engage 75 and where we've got almost 100% good quality calls on those. Continuing with that quality message, what we're able to deliver here is insight into the MOS score. So the network MOS is shown as the quality here, and then that's cross-referenced with the local or conversational MOS, and then you can see that that is much more sporadic in the quality that's seen on that, and that's probably because your network is pretty stable, but at local level, either the user or the device itself, there are obviously issues that can be investigated using our software here, and then seek to resolve that. So as well as being a quality monitor, it's also an inventory for all your different devices as well. So you can see a list of all the devices, who they belong to, and lots of other information related to that as well, including when those devices were first used and when they were last used as well. So if you see that a headset hasn't been used for quite a while, it may be a case that that's been stuffed into a drawer somewhere, or more likely that the user is having an issue with that. So it's a case where they can either be trained, or it's as Lee was mentioning before, it's all about the persona. So does the headset fit that particular person's requirement? So a good, quick and easy way to see and understand your whole estate of headsets. And I think, as Paul mentioned earlier as well, the headset has replaced the handset in a lot of ways. So we're not just talking about £20–30 that are spent on these things now. There's a real solid investment going into these headsets. So it's important to understand exactly where they are and who's using them and how. In terms of the firmware, you can do bulk updates from here. You can see exactly what level of firmware version each headset module is on. And if you want to do an update, you can do that from here. Just click on Edit, and it tells you all of the value that you're going to get from that. So it may be that they're fixing bugs from previous versions, or it may be that there are enhancements to the device that you can take advantage of. So if you approve of all those things and you want to carry on, you can just click on Assign, and then you can select whether you want to update all of those particular devices, or just do it by individual device, do it by department or by location, and then just upload those. So make sure that everybody's on the latest firmware. So nice and simple way to achieve that. Bear with me a moment.
I think your screen may have frozen again, Kieran.
Yeah, I'm just resolving that. Sorry, technical issue. So, right, hopefully everybody can see that now. So, as I mentioned at the start, the Clobber DM is part of a broader portfolio of which includes Clobber reporting and analytics. And what this solution is all about is making it as simple as possible for users to come in and find the information that they want. So Clobber is all about managing your UC platform, giving you visibility of exactly what's happening on there, so that you can take responsive action to that to ensure that you understand who's talking to who, understand if there are problems with quality issues, but also understanding productivity of your staff. So from here you can either search by dial digit, or by a response group, or by an employee, or by an extension, and you can be taken into that information. Or you can use the reporting part of the solution to drill down further into the data, and you can get those scheduled to be sent to you on a daily, weekly, monthly basis as well. So you don't actually have to come into the platform once you've done that. Or you can look at the dashboards, which I'll just show you how they're configured. So with the dashboards, you've got a lot of different information. You can see either call volumes, productivity, call quality, user adoption. You can choose any or all of those to be present in a particular dashboard. Let me sorry, I'm choosing like this here. So all of these graphics are dynamic as well. So if we want to focus in on the on incoming calls, you can remove those that you don't want, and you can drill down into that to then get more information on those calls as well. So very quickly, you can understand exactly what's happening in your environment. You can filter by the different service types or by duration, call quality, however you want to do that. And if you want to export this as well, you can do that via Excel or PDF really quickly, send it on to a colleague and notify them if there's an issue with call quality or whatever it is that you want to focus on. So lots to see on that. Really quick high-level overview of the software there. But if we just go back to the presentation now, I'll just finish off with a couple more slides. Really, from a deployment point of view, really simple. It can be deployed into our cloud, and this is done in a matter of hours. So, with a lot of competitive solutions, it can take a few days to enable that, and also with the intuitive user interface that we have as well. It means that training is down to a minimum. A couple of hours is usually more than enough for most people to get the hang of the solution. And finally, we offer a free 30-day trial for anybody who wants to actually experience the Clobber solution within their own environment. So this is using your own data. We'll give you the training so you can run those reports, you can look at the monitors, and you can set those dashboards up so that they suit your specific requirements and get a good understanding of the overall solution. So with that, I'll hand you back to Paul, and thank you very much for your attention.
Okay. Do we have any questions from anyone?
No, it seems like a excellent solution. Actually, it kind of fits in with our with where we're heading towards around customer service and customer experience in line with our customer service strategy. So it might be it might be an idea if we can get a recording of this presentation. That'd be great, so I can show it to our relevant heads.
Yeah.
And second of all, I might be interested in setting up some kind of a PLC for it. Now, what are the requirements for setting up a 30-day trial for this?
Shall I answer that, Paul?
Yes, please.
Yeah. So it's really simple because we host it in our cloud. Then we just need some basic information in terms of the number of users that you have, the type of deployment that you have, and that's all really. So we can engage with you via email, or obviously engage your Chorus account manager, and we can set that up. But yeah, it's really very simple and unintrusive.
Okay. All right, excellent. I mean, currently we've got two different on-premise telephony solutions. So we've got a Cisco with IPFX over it. We've just gone through a merger. And over on this side of the fence for Waterloo Housing Group, we've got the Mitel system. We're looking to launch the 8x8 solution next 2 to 8 weeks for our service desk. So it might be worth getting some kind of a trial set up for our service desk and taking it from there.
Certainly.
Okay.
Excellent. Thank you.
What I'll do, Mohammed, I'll get someone to give you a call, follow up, and we can take some specific actions.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. Do we
Right.
need to procure any endpoints as such?
No.
No. Okay. Okay.
It's all cloud.
Cool. Thank you.
Okay, cool. Excellent. Okay, well, if there's no more questions from anyone else, then I guess we'll close the call. I hope it's been a useful half an hour of your time. And we'll follow up with either a call or a mail afterwards.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
That's it.
Bye.
Bye-bye.